Putting current class as return type annotation. In Python 3 I can make arguments and return type annotations. Example. The problem is I can't make an annotation with return type of the current class, graph, which is not defined yet. Example. This code goes with error. These annotations are really useful both for documenting and allowing I to recognize argument and return types enable autocomplete. UPD. So what I came up is this is either impossible or requires some hacks I don't like, so I decided to use just f reverse, self, graph column. Which is understandable for documentation although breaks the rule. The downside is that it doesn't work for IDE autocomplete.
In Python 3.7 this issue has been resolved by not evaluating the annotations at function definition time. Instead, they are preserved in _annotations_ in string form. This is called postponed evaluation of annotations, introduced in PEP 563. Also note, deprecation policy starting with Python 3.7, _future _import is required to use the described functionality. No warnings are raised. In Python 3.8 a pending deprecation warning is raised by the compiler in the presence of type annotations in modules without the _future _import. Starting with Python 3.9 the warning becomes a deprecation warning. In Python 4.0 this will become the default behavior. Use of annotations incompatible with this PEP is no longer supported. Here is an example.
So now after a while I can say that decision I took was using graph instead of graph. It does not make my IDE, PyCharm, able to recognize a type this way, but it just works well enough for documentation purposes. Another possible solution I could use was changing annotation at runtime, but that doesn't solve the problem with documentation. You won't want to look for type declarations somewhere in the middle of sources. The problem has roots in recognizing class object before the class was actually defined. That is simply impossible to do in Python.
If you want to support the channel, please consider subscribing.